Welcome dreamers, today we're going to be reacting to Swift DFG's video on Wisteria 2. Yo, shout out to him though, bro. I went on vacation for 5 days and he got over 1,000 subs, bro. The growth is insane. I'm gonna be giving my thoughts and opinions on his video as well as telling you guys about my experience as a demon on Wisteria 2. Without further ado, let's get into the video.
So for those that don't know, Wisteria 2 is a new Demon Slayer game that released yesterday. I had early access to the game and I streamed it for about 15 hours.
Oh, it must be nice to have early access, but 15 hours is an insane amount of time. That's crazy.
I played on a Demon slot, a Demon Slayer slot, and a Hybrid slot. And Hybrid isn't even supposed to be in the game, and I'll explain that later. But surprisingly for a Demon Slayer game, this game was actually not a bandit beater, and it felt like they did have some creativity and potential to it, but they just clearly did not execute it correctly, and the game had a ton of flaws. So let's look at it.
A lot of
First,
flaws.
before we look at all the negatives this game had and all the problems it had, let's look at the actual good things it did do right and the positives. First of all, the visual effects look amazing. The game's graphics are good, and that's part of the reason it's getting so much success and so many people are actually trying out the game.
Bro, the game looks phenomenal. I can't even lie to you. But again, that's not enough to carry a game, bro. A lot of these games that are coming out they look good. They look good visually, but the gameplay is not there. It's not there.
And realistically on Roblox, graphics rule. The graphics are the #1 indicator if your game is going to perform well. They could have just added a basic bandit beater formula and their game would have performed fine just like that. But instead they did try to do something different and I respect that. But to me it felt like they kind of just gave up on this whole story system midway through. It felt like the first few quests were kind of clean. It did feel like I wasn't doing the same thing every time. But once I got to about level 8, then it just went downhill from there. And
especially as a demon. I ain't gonna pause too much, but especially if you went demon, you know the pain and the suffering we had to go through past like level 10, bro. Like it was getting sad. It was getting sad. But he's about to get into something and I'm gonna tell you guys later.
And this applies to both Demon and Demon Slayer. The game went from actually feeling kind of engaging and honestly I had some fun on the game at first to then it just turned into a running simulator and it just felt like a premium payout merchant. For those that don't know what I mean by premium payout, basically if you get people on your game for a certain amount of time, you get money for having people on your game for that amount of time.
I didn't know that.
So essentially they added quests that have you AFKing, doing nothing, and essentially just having you sit there and give them money. But let's look at how Wisteria 2 applied this to both the Demon Slayer side and the demon side. Let's first look at the Demon Slayer side where you get a quest to collect flesh samples, which essentially means you need to kill a specific type of demon. And you have this quest, it's a 5-part quest by the way, so you have 5 different types of demons you have to kill. But the problem is demons only spawn at night. Even in caves they only spawn at night. I believe they might have fixed this now, but I'm not exactly sure because it's still really buggy and it really doesn't help that much that they spawn at night because there's other problems that also stop you from going and killing the type of demon you need to get. For example, some of the types of demons only spawn in like one specific cave and you might be thinking, okay, that's fine, but the problem is they don't give you the location and they give you the location for pretty much everything else in this game. Oh, you gotta go do this, here's where you gotta go to, but they don't give it for this even though it's a main story quest.
Alright, I'm not gonna lie to y'all boys, I don't have any experience. Like I had some friends who went for Demon Slayer. Me personally, I never go for the Demon Slayers. They're just boring to me. I'd rather go for a demon art, which he will talk about, bro. He will talk about them, bro, but it's so dumb how they did demons so dirty in this game.
And it just feels like it's designed for you to run around forever and go and try to find this quest and find these demons, but you're realistically gonna take multiple hours unless you know what to do. And what makes it even worse, which literally directly stops you from progressing, it's like the gods of Wisteria 2 coming to stop you from progressing, is they close the caves. They literally directly close the caves that have the demons that you need to farm them. Why is this a gameplay mechanic? Literally no reason, which makes me really think this is literally just supposed to stall you so they get that premium payout. Let me talk about my personal experience with this gameplay mechanic since that's what I'm speaking off of that 15-hour live stream. Basically what would happen is during daytime the demons would not work. You didn't have demons in the caves, and during nighttime a good half of the time the caves will be blocked out. So basically during daytime you can't farm, and during nighttime half the time you can't farm. So basically a 15-minute quest could turn into hours easily. So
yeah, I ain't gonna lie, y'all Demon Slayers might have had it worse in like the grinding sense, but like for moves wise, us demons had it worse for sure. But also like, bro, that's so stupid.
you might be thinking the solution is just to go demon, but demon is probably even worse. The first issue about demon, which clearly shows the game was not ready for release, is there's no blood demon arts.
That's what I'm talking about. No blood demon arts. How? How do you release a game with no blood demon arts? And at first I thought like the demon race you are is your blood demon art, but I don't think it is, because like I got the second to rarest race, which is that one down in the bottom right hand corner, the Ozomishi. But we get the flames, that's all we get, right? But where's the demon arts, bro? Where's the Akaza? Where's the string or the web, whatever you want to call it? Bro, we got nothing.
Released a game with demons without having blood demon arts. What kind of Demon Slayer game does not have blood demon arts? So realistically, if you want to experience the main thing people are playing this game for, which is the visuals on the breathing effects and whatnot, you have to go Demon Slayer because there is no blood demon art. But you must be thinking, okay, at least the demon progression is probably better and you don't have to deal with all the issues. And to an extent, I think it is better, but I don't even know if you can really say better because it's comparing like mid versus trash. They're both bad. So what exactly is so bad about the...
Oh, I'm losing my sanity just looking at that. I'm losing it. Collect 5 green herbs. Never in my life have I ever thought collecting 5 green herbs would be so hard.
Demon progression, where you basically get the equivalent, if not a worse version, of the collect flesh samples quest in a collect green and red herbs quest. And that doesn't sound that difficult. Oh, just run around the map and find these green and red bushes and just collect them. But the problem is people take them and they don't respawn. Unless they fixed it, but when I was playing, they
still don't respawn. This is like way after the fact. They still don't respawn.
Not respawn, I'm telling you. You could easily sit there on a server for 3 hours, not even able to find one, and that's the problem because they don't respawn. I don't know if this is intentional or it was a bug or they simply just did not play the game themselves, but yeah, basically you could waste hours of time doing this. The only way to not spend hours of time doing nothing and just wasting time trying to do this quest is to server hop to a server that people didn't already collect them in. But
bro, even if you server hop into a different server where people didn't collect them, they still wouldn't be there, bro. Me and my friend were simultaneously hopping servers, all type of different servers, just to find 5 of his green herbs or whatever, right? Could not find them. Still could not find. We together hopped over 30 servers and we could not find the green herbs. Look at the whole map and everything, bro. It was crazy.
Realistically, little kids aren't going to know this. They're just going to look around. All the little kids that are playing the game are just going to look around, keep wondering why there's none of them. And it just feels like all of these design choices were clearly made to cover up the fact that there's not a lot of content in the game, and they're just trying to get their premium payout and stretch out the little things. And it just feels like they didn't put a lot of thinking to a lot of things in this game. For example, the hunger system and the combat. The combat is literally too basic, and it's really buggy, but we're not even going to talk about all the bugs of you swing.
Not even a heavy, by the way.
Through people and stuff like that. But the combat has no M2s. The combat has no air combos. It is the most basic combat can get. And if we look at the food system, it clearly had no...
Hey, was that the ramen guy, though? Shout out to him.
Thought behind it. It makes zero sense to be in this game. It costs money to buy the food, right? And it costs a lot. It's not cheap. And the problem is, you need money to actually use your levels. When you level up, it doesn't actually do anything. You have to go then use money to train and then actually get your levels that...
Bro, he's speaking straight facts, bro. When you do the money thing, when you level up, why can't I just put skill points in? Why? As a demon, I heard it was worse as a demon, because as a slayer, I think it's like $100 or $150 to level up 1 point, 1 skill point. But as a demon, you have to spend 200 per 1 skill point, bro. And it's so dumb. I should not have to level up and then put money in. It's stupid. And as a demon, one of the only ways you can make money is by selling those herbs that you could not find. It's crazy. I ain't gonna lie though, it's still better than Project Mugetsu though.
That you just did. And this system might be able to work normally, but it just doesn't work in this game because there's simply not enough money or quest. So essentially what happens is you either choose between having food or you choose between leveling up because you need money to then go and train and actually claim the levels you just worked for. And for my personal experience, I didn't have enough money to claim my levels, much less to buy food. So what ends up happening is you just have no regen, which makes everything take way longer. And this is what I keep coming back to. It feels like all these little systems are just extra things to make basic things take way longer than they should. Overall, in my opinion, Wisteria 2 is not ready for release, and I'm pretty sure they knew this, so I don't know why they released.
It's not ready for release. It's not ready for release, bro. It literally says alpha in the game, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not an excuse. They did that on purpose, bro. I hate when game developers put alpha in the name because they know it's a buggy mess, bro. You know what I'm saying? Me personally, I didn't see people rushing. I mean, there's always gonna be people rushing for a game to be pushed out, like hurry up, release, but like I didn't see crazy amounts of that like I do for like other games, but they should have definitely held out longer. You cannot release a Demon Slayer game with no demon arts at all. Like at least one, bro.
The game in the first place. The game clearly needed a lot of work, and no one was pressuring them to release until they ended up dropping their own release date. And then the game ended up getting—
oh, he just said that. Yeah, nobody pressured them to release until they dropped their own release date. Goofy devs, bro. I'm sorry, y'all gotta do better, bruh. We're gonna be in this endless cycle, man. Endless cycle. In this game, I don't think it's gonna die, but they have a lot to fix. Like Project Mogetsu, that game's trash. It's trash dog water, okay? But this game, it has potential.
Delayed because they tried to fix all of the issues, which were a ton of issues. This game had more issues than Pixel Piece, in my opinion, which is crazy.
I don't know about that one. I don't know. Okay, look, we got like 2 minutes left. I ain't gonna pause it for too much longer, but that Pixel Piece quote was crazy. Pixel Piece was the worst I've ever seen, bro. I'm not gonna lie. If you agree with that, comment down below, bro. Pixel Piece was miserable.
Because I never thought I would even say that. But to be honest, the game just needed so much more time than they ended up giving it, and they were not going to fix all of the issues with this game in 2 hours. This game just needed more time, a lot more time. It feels like the developers honestly gave up on the game midway through and just said, let's just release it like this. And it's hard for me to not think the game is a cash grab, and I can't even fit all the game passes into one screenshot for y'all. Like, why did they make everything a game pass? There's a
I seen that.
Reroll your eye shape game pass. Are we serious here? And a reroll your eye color game pass. They couldn't even make it one thing. And then you already know they got the clan system, and the clan system odds are ridiculous, just like usual.
They are ridiculous just like usual, but I mean, at this point, I feel like we're kind of used to that. You know what I mean? Like, you want to spend the money, go ahead and spend the money, but I don't think they really do too much, so it's not really worth doing it to begin with. I don't know. That 0.1% stuff is crazy. 1% should be the max, or at least 0.5, but 0.1% is ridiculous.
0.1% for a clan, and they don't even tell you what it does. It's really just designed for people to be like, please give me the 1%, and then they go and waste their money on the game. I'm sorry, this is just how it is. And the worst part is these game passes used to cost way more before the testers told them how ridiculous they were, and they ended up lowering the prices before the release. Which, to be fair, good to them for actually listening to the testers, but I honestly feel like the only reason they ended up lowering them is they were so ridiculous that I don't even think you could convince yourself to end up buying those. It was 2,100 Robux for 50 spins.
2,100 for 50 spins is wild. They're wild. That's $1 per spin, my guy. That's $1 per spin.
Which I don't know the exact calculations for, but if I had to guess, you would at least have to spend $50 in order to get a clan, which is 0.1%, which you don't even know does anything. They don't say if it does anything. And I just want to point out that you could just look at the Trello to tell how little content this game has. The Trello has no content because there's no content to put on the Trello. Nothing. But these are just my personal thoughts on Wisteria 2. Feel free to disagree. I don't get like triggered. No, please don't disagree with me. You feel me? If y'all disagree, let me know in the comments. I think if the game wants to have a long-term future on this platform.
By the way, bro, I'm not sure if that's just my thing or his thing. You see in the bottom right hand corner here, I got that bit on 1080p. I don't know why the quality look like this. I don't know, but that's not on my part.
I don't even know if an update is enough. It might just have to full shut down and try to rework the game from there completely, because the game just has literally nothing going for it, in my opinion. But that's just me. If y'all disagree, let me know, and I would appreciate if y'all subscribe and like the video.
Yeah, that was a good video. That was a good video for sure. But man, I will say this, bro. I pretty much agree with most of the stuff he said there. But like for Demon, I can't really tell. Like I said, I don't have the Demon Slayer perspective. But Demon, bro, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself, bro. Don't do it to yourself. I won't lie though. Some quests will give you like 3 levels, like each. So it might be faster to level up. Cause my friends started before me and I still got past them. But bro, it's miserable. It's a miserable experience. They can fix it for sure, but the game is definitely in alpha. If we click on Wisteria 2, you see it does say alpha right here. Like I said, I still hate that. Fortnite did that for the longest time. Wait, whoa. Oh, so okay, all the game passes are in the game, and the servers. This also pissed me off, bro. They need to fix this because the servers, you can't join your friends sometimes because the servers, like, this is 1-on-1 because the when you get to the game, the intro is a 1-player lobby. I just logged into the game and it looks like they updated it finally, so you can't join a friend, enter their username right here. Thank God for that. But basically, you just want to go into your character. And let me show you what the game pass is looking like for real. All right, now that we are in the game, let me show you. I got the demon race, obviously. Let me show you which one I got. We press M, you go to purchase, and if you go to reroll demon type, I got the 10% one. The percentages aren't actually that bad. I like the percentages, you know, that's pretty fair. They just changed that. That was 80, that was like 81%. And they just changed these, but these two were the same. I'm pretty sure this one was the same as well. But yeah, these, like, depending on what demon art or whatever demon type you are, is the art you're gonna get. Like, I got this one. I got the blue and the white flames all over my body. So the first move is claw attack, and like I said, I don't know for sure if this is for the same for all of them, but the first one is claw attack. So boom, boom, claw attack, and then the next one is disorienting bomb. All right, so this is that. I'm not sure if they wanted these to be the demon arts or what, but I hate that system. And also the last one is the best one, is what is that? Ember spew. So go ahead and throw that out, and it's like a giant puddle of flames. You know what I'm saying? So like I said, y'all let me know down below. Are these supposed to be the demon arts? Because they kind of look like them, you know, like kind of like Nezuko's thing. But that's kind of lame. I'm not gonna lie if it is. All in all, that was a great video by Swift DFG, bro. Shout out to him. And that should be it for this video, man. Let me know what your thoughts and comments down in the description below. Also, his video will be in the description below as well, the original video. My name is Dream Chaser, and I will see you guys in the next video.